Hey there, it is Aquarellina with another watercolor spin paint video. Today we're going to be talking about the creative aspect of this painting, as well as some technical bits that I will try to cover here and there. But first of all, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. And although this video might be a little bit closer to New Year's than Christmas, I really hope you had an amazing time with your friends and family and you enjoyed this past month of Christmas. As you can see from the picture in the title of this video, I am painting a Christmas cottage. This painting is meant to be a gift for my wonderful family friends who hosted me in this past trip to Germany. In December, my wish was to see Germany during Advent time, so this was my way of saying thank you to them. But I've also wanted to paint a Christmas cottage for quite a long time. Specifically last year in this time, I've just started making YouTube videos around October last year, and I wanted to make a fairy tale pop-up garden. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link a similar video so that you can get a better understanding of what I mean. Basically, it's pop-up paper gardens that I used to make some time ago, and I've kind of fallen out of practice. And I've done these sketches because I wanted to create the little cottage to be authentic, but at the same time not copied, but somehow invented on my own with the experience of getting familiar with the old Tudor building style. And the reason that I'm showing you guys all of these sketches is because I know a lot of you are beginner artists who come here to learn something new, and I just want to give you some insight into my creative process and how I come to the idea that you see in the final. And I know it can be quite intimidating to think about creating or making up your own composition without looking at a photograph, like one specific photo reference that you're gonna almost like copy, but creating something on your own, something from your imagination. For me, these kind of pieces don't just come overnight. I usually like to break things up into smaller steps and build them up to the final, because the idea is an evolving thing, and sometimes you can have a really defined idea in your head, and that must be you either have experience with painting something similar to what you want to paint, or actually just painting in general. However, if you don't have a truly defined idea, then it's not gonna magically materialize before your eyes. You're just gonna have to work on developing it by putting a lot of thought, sketching, and working. So there is a number of things that you can do in a situation like this. For example, you can start by creating a mood board, which is a collection of photos. Mood boards are something that's typically used by designer to get a better grasp of their idea and what their final product should look like, whether that be in graphic design, product design, game design, you name it. So for this specific painting, I've done multiple color experiments just to see how and what colors would mix well or what would make mud, because sometimes different brands can give you different results. Not only the tone of color, but just the quality of the paints can give you different results, as well as when you're creating something new, some color combinations that you haven't created before. This is a good time to make either swatches or mixes. And also another tip is prepare enough of the color, mix enough of the color so that you don't run out and the color doesn't dry up on you, like it did for me in this painting a lot of the times. Also due to the electric heater, but never mind. So for the building, the house, I was already familiar with the style that I was going for. I made one first sketch where the sky was dark, and my second sketch was actually what I thought was a final, but it kind of failed. So just be prepared that your final piece can also become a sketch, just another sketch, because you could be discovering things within this process of painting just as you did before. So what happened for me here was that I didn't respect my first decision on this first sketch that I did, the first colored composition, where I made the background or the sky completely dark using Van Gogh's Payne gray color, and that made the house really stand out and look really cute, like it was casting this beautiful light from inside the house onto the snow. And that's really the atmosphere that I was wanting to catch. But then I went with another idea, which was to make not a night scene, but somewhat of either a sunset or a dawn. And that was the wrong decision because now the house didn't stand out anymore. Another mistake was also that I used purple, which was essentially unnecessary because once you mix pink and this cerulean blue kind of color, when they touch on the paper, they will essentially create that purple transition, so there was no need for it. Most of the colors were Van Gogh. For the snow, I used 3 main washes or mixes of color. The first one is this really like pale yellow color, which is made from basically any yellow color, and burnt sienna. The next one is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Quinacridone Rose. And what I think is nice about this one is that it has like a warm tone to it rather than a cool pink tone. And I think it really helps blend with that yellow on that side and create a natural transition. And then all of the blue tones were made from different mixes of cerulean blue, and this also hint of Quinacridone Rose, but also cobalt blue. So those 3 will create this beautiful like pale, you will make it pale by adding water, but this kind of lilac color that you usually see in those cute snowy nights. And one final tip I want to give you is when you are doing your sketches, be completely free and loose, and don't worry about it being perfect, don't try to avoid being messy. Don't treat it as something that you want to show off to someone. Treat it as something that helps you get the best results from your final piece. So that was all for this video, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed watching and hearing some insights. If you'd like to stay updated, you can catch up with me on my Instagram, since that is the platform where I'm most active and where I constantly post my work. Also, stay tuned because there are 2 upcoming videos, one for January. It's an art haul showing you what I bought while I was in Germany, and the other one is something special that you will get to see when it comes. So I hope you liked it, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!